Saturday, December 22nd, 5 a.m. Mountain Time, 2018. Guys, in this video, we're going to take a look at something very unusual in the skies above Sweden, and it reminds me of something we saw back in April of this year, 2018, in the skies above Independence, Missouri. This was shared with us by Jeff from Independence, and they call this phenomenon crown flash. And here's a still picture of what Jeff saw on that evening in Independence. And I also have a video clip I want to share with you guys of this particular moment. But it reminds me of something that was just observed over Sweden not too long ago. In fact, just a few days ago. This is during the daylight hours, and I have this in negative format. And what you see here is basically some sort of a light above the clouds that's moving back and forth. It doesn't look natural. Don't really know how to explain it. It's very rare. Don't see this very often. In fact, I've only seen it on video 2, maybe 3 times in all the years I've been doing research. And here you can see a really good example of this phenomenon. And there I zoom in a little bit, and the reason I'm showing you this is because it reminds me of what was recorded in the skies above Sweden here just a few days ago. See that moving back and forth? But you got to keep in mind, this is during the daytime. What I'm about to show you now occurred during the nighttime hours. Let me stop this, go back, and we're going to see something like this. They're a little more vertical. There's actually 2 moving around in the nighttime sky above Sweden. And here we go. This is the video that was sent in by El Sochi, and there they are. Now I compare side by side the event from here, Independence, Missouri, above Sweden. And they do have similarities. The only difference is one's during the daytime and one's at night. Look at these lights, how they're moving around. They don't originate. Let me stop right here. These do not originate from the ground. They're originating somehow or another up in the sky like this one is. This isn't originating from the ground. This is on top of the clouds, and it seems to be instigated by the sun or the angle of the sun. But over here, there's no sunlight. I mean, it's pitch dark. But watch the similarities. At least in their behavior, their personalities are kind of the same. Look at that. See them? There's a tandem right there above Sweden. 2. To where above Independence, Missouri, there only appeared to be 1. And here they are again. Look at that. The person that sent this in was very captivated. They pulled over their car, stopped and recorded these things for several minutes. Look at that. Let me go back and show you just right there. There's definitely 2. At one point, I don't know. It's hard to say. I zoomed in the best I could without compromising the clarity too much. But again, this individual pulled over, stopped their car, and recorded these things as they had never seen anything like it. We see some incredible things with regard to sky phenomenon that come out of Sweden. And this is yet another example, but I don't know if this is a nighttime example of the crown flash phenomenon. I don't know. I've never seen it before, but it definitely doesn't look like they're originating from the ground. And then the person said they did not appear to be originating from the ground like event lights, because I did ask, because that does happen from time to time, but that was not the case there. And what I have here, guys, are some more incredible photographs that were taken in the skies above planet Earth. And you can see here from Phoenix City, Alabama. These were sent in by Joffrey. And another triangle. Actually, there's 2 here. You see one very big, obvious one. Over here, there's one that's not so obvious, but I'm going to pull it forward so you can see it. Looks like a tandem triangle, or a little group of triangles up in the sky. There could be more than two. Are you starting to see this one up here now? I'm going to zoom in close and adjust the color and the lighting. There it is. And here it is in negative, or actually this is X-ray format. And there's the little triangle here. And I almost thought that there was something here. There's this straight line that kind of goes at a angle. Doesn't seem to fit in with everything else in the sky. It looks kind of out of place. I was trying to maybe associate it with this cloud here, but I didn't see anything definitive like the triangle shape. So I don't know. Maybe it's just a random anomaly. Here it is again. There's the triangle high above the skies of Alabama. Got some more incredible pictures to share with you guys, and yet another triangle. Don't really see too much here. This was a good observation. I'm surprised they even saw this. This was sent in by Greg, and you're going to see a totally obvious triangle right here. I just adjusted the lighting a little bit to try to bring this thing forward a little bit more. Another adjustment there. And then yet another adjustment here. Now you can really start to see the shape of this thing. And then right there, this is actually a adjustment that Greg made and shared with me. And you can see he saw it crystal clear. That's why he took the photograph. But it didn't come out super obvious in the photograph. But that was a good observation by Greg to even notice that to begin with. Another triangle. We see those all over the place. And here's another example of a triangle. This is taken from Maine, courtesy of Jack. And he noticed what appeared to be multiple triangles in the sky. Now, in the picture, I could only find one, maybe two in the photograph that he shared with me. He said that there appeared to be more, but the most obvious one was there that I just showed you. And it kind of looks like maybe one there. But either way, on that day from Maine, Jack said the skies looked very active, looked full of triangles for a brief moment of time. And here's another example here. I adjusted this to what's called heat wave. It's another filter. And you can see the outline of what definitely appears to be a triangle, maybe up here and definitely there. Not uncommon. We see these things, or people are seeing these things quite often these days. This photo was sent in by Jasmine, and it's of some unique, I think they call these mammatus clouds. A lot of times these appear during hailstorms. I don't know if that was the case here. But what you'll see in this photograph is something very unusual with regard to these clouds right here. These clouds are kind of common. We see these during storms. Not all the time, but occasionally. This here, you're going to see the outline of what looks like some sort of a structure in those clouds. There, it's totally obvious. See what I mean? Look at that. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. Got some symmetrics going on in here. Doesn't look like it's completely random like you normally see in a clouded sky. Something definitely going on there. So that was a good observation. Good observation by Jasmine. Look at that. Here it is in negative format. Totally see an outline of something. I have no idea what we've got going on here. This photograph was sent in by Brad from Texas, and again, he stopped, took a picture of what he saw in the sky because what he saw, he had never seen before. There was some sort of a unusual line going through the sky that was light, and everything else in the sky was not dark, but it was just a totally different color. There was a sharp contrast that was confined to like a long rope in the sky. So he said he noticed what appeared to be movement maybe in here. Anyway, here I converted it to sci-fi, where you can see light is dark and dark is light. And you can see that that definitely has a different appeal than the rest of the sky. What that means, I have no idea. This photograph is an awesome photograph sent in by Jimmy from Illinois. Would you look at that sky? That's incredible. Not quite sure if that's sunrise or sunset. Either way, that's a spectacular view of the sky of planet Earth. There's another angle. Same gentleman, Jimmy from Illinois. Nice job. This photograph also from Illinois, courtesy of Samantha. Look at that. That's absolutely gorgeous. Good job, guys. Another spectacular photo. This was sent in by Alexis from California. Got a beautiful sunset, more sunrise again. I'm not exactly sure which, but the sky is just full of awesome color. And yet another big halo with multiple features, again from Sweden. Photo by Patrick. Look at that. I mean, just spectacular skies high above Sweden. Seems like on a daily basis they have incredible skies over there. This photograph was sent in by Alan from Southwest Pennsylvania, and he'd never seen anything quite like this before. And I have to admit, I haven't either. Usually these halos are centered around the sun with regard to, like the one I just showed you, you could see it was centered around. I don't know what we've got going on here. That's obviously a lens flare. That's a lens artifact. Anytime you photograph the sun, especially with a smartphone, you're always going to get some sort of a reflective artifact in the photograph. Anytime you're taking a picture of the sun, that's just the way it is. It's the brightest object in the solar system, so it's going to create a lot of light artifacts. This here, though, not quite sure what to make of that. Super interesting. Great observation, Alan. Thank you for sharing. All these photographs you can find in the Sky Phenomenon photo gallery. But that's really neat. From Southwest Pennsylvania. Sent in just a couple of days ago. Sharia from Colorado. Noticed this very sharp contrast in the sky. The sky had this like very distinct line through it, and it extended for many, many miles. So she took a photograph and sent that in. Kind of unique, not something you see every day, you know. Good observation. Deb B sent this photograph in of the sky. Looks like some sort of a, I don't know, almost looks like a torch laying in the sky, horizontally. Neat photograph. Again, not something you see every day. This here, don't really know what to make of it. This was sent in by Sandy from Michigan, and you can see there's a different color of blue right through the middle of the sky, and that's what compelled her to take this photograph. Don't know what causes this. It was just a different color of blue. It wasn't a shadow, just a different color of blue through the center of the sky. Yeah, again, the skies are full of unique things to see. You know, just look up. I mean, it's all around us. Here's a close-up of this different color of blue through the sky above Michigan. So good observation, Sandy. Don't know exactly what that means. These photographs here that you're going to see are just beautiful photographs taken out above the Gulf of Mexico. Looks like some sort of a training exercise going on, but the color of the water and the sky, just spectacular photographs. These were taken by Brian's uncle from the Florida Panhandle, looking out over the Gulf of Mexico. This is near Navarre, Florida. Look at that. How would you like to look at that every day? Absolutely beautiful. But I don't know what we've got going on up there. Probably some sort of training exercise or something, but pretty neat. Pretty neat photographs. In fact, beautiful photographs of the Gulf of Mexico. Thank you, Brian's uncle, for taking these awesome photographs, and thank you, Brian, for sharing. And I'm going to finish up here with another look at these spectacular dancing lights high above Sweden that remind me of the crown flash above Independence, Missouri. The only difference is these were at night. The other example was during the day. And that's what these things remind me of. Here they are again. Pretty awesome. Great observations, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a super day and be safe out there.